In John 15, Jesus says this to his disciples: "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it will love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you. Remember what I told you. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you also." As Christians, just because we are saved, that doesn't mean that our lives on this earth are going to be easier. In fact, we're going to face extreme difficulties because once we take up our cross and follow Jesus, we sign up and basically share the same experiences that Jesus experienced. So Jesus got persecuted, and so did the early church fathers, such as St. Ignatius and Polycarp, and so did the disciples. So we can't be surprised if we ever face backlash for being Christian, or if we ever get persecuted for being Christian, because the world loves darkness, and Christians have an aversion for darkness and sin, and those two don't mix. So we need to just not be discouraged. We need to just rely on each other, because we're all part of God's household, and we need to strengthen each other and have each other's back through tough moments. And that's what Paul went through during his rough times in prison. Like, he and his other churches had his back, and they relied on each other. So it's crucial to just realize that you're going to face tough times because you don't fit in as a Christian. Like, if you're at a party and everyone's doing drugs and smoking and drinking, you're not going to fit in. So you're probably going to get mocked because you're going to come across as boring, but in reality, you're doing God's will.